Never say these things. Let's start with this. Words are powerful. The things you say daily can either build your image or quietly destroy it. Most men don't even realize they're sabotaging their respect, confidence, and relationships through the phrases they casually throw around. In this video, we're exposing 7 things you should never say, because every time you do, you sound weaker, smaller, and less in control. If you want to be taken seriously, it starts with how you speak. Eliminate these lines, and you'll instantly stand out as someone who commands quiet respect without trying too hard. 1. I can't do it, the self-sabotage starter. Every time Raj faced something difficult, he whispered, I can't do it. And just like that, he lost before trying. That phrase became his escape from effort, responsibility, and risk. But no one respects someone who backs down from life. Confidence isn't about being perfect, it's about trying anyway. Replacing I can't with I'll try changed Raj's entire mindset. People began seeing him as resilient, not helpless. Words shape beliefs. If you constantly tell yourself you're not capable, you'll act that way. Success starts with language. Drop the weakness. Choose challenge over comfort. 2. That's just how I am. The growth blocker. Mark always shut down feedback with, that's just how I am. It was his shield against growth, change, and accountability. But this phrase doesn't show confidence. It shows stubbornness. People who use it stay stuck while others evolve. When Mark finally listened instead of defending, he realized growth isn't betrayal, it's power. Owning your flaws is strength, not shame. You can't change your life if you protect every bad habit. Drop the excuse. Be honest. Are you choosing to grow or hiding behind identity? Respect comes to those who improve, not those who justify staying the same. 3. Whatever. The energy killer. When Jason faced conflict or challenge, he shrugged and said, whatever. It felt cool, detached, like he didn't care. But over time, people stopped caring too. That phrase killed energy, accountability, and emotional connection. Indifference doesn't make you strong. It makes you forgettable. Leaders don't hide behind apathy. They speak with intention. Jason learned that caring, even when it's uncomfortable, makes you human. He replaced whatever with real responses, took stances, and communicated like he mattered. When you act like nothing matters, people treat you the same. Own your words. Indifference is easy. Courage takes clarity. 4. It's not my fault. The responsibility dodge. Carlos never took the blame. Late project? Not his fault. Missed opportunity? Someone else's problem. That phrase protected his ego, but damaged his reputation. People avoid those who dodge accountability. Owning your mistakes doesn't make you weak. It makes you trustworthy. Carlos eventually faced himself and started saying, I messed up, but here's what I'll do next. Everything changed. He became a leader, not a liability. Responsibility earns respect. The moment you drop excuses and own your actions, people start trusting you more. Stop hiding behind blame. It keeps you small. Accountability is the first step to growth. 5. I'm just being honest. The masked insult. Ryan liked to say, I'm just being honest before saying something rude. It was a cover for arrogance and poor delivery. Honesty isn't an excuse for cruelty. People began distancing themselves, not because of what he said, but how he said it. When Ryan learned to combine honesty with tact, he saw how communication builds bridges, not walls. You can tell the truth without tearing people down. I'm just being honest is often a mask for ego. Drop it. Choose clarity with compassion. The most respected people speak truth, but never at the cost of dignity. 6. I don't care. The respect repellent. Anthony's default response to anything was I don't care. He thought it made him look cool, unbothered. But it made him seem lazy, uninvested, and empty. Over time, people stopped asking for his opinion. Indifference is not a strength, it's a wall. True strength is caring deeply about what matters and letting go of what doesn't. When Anthony started showing genuine interest, his relationships, career, and self-worth transformed. Saying, I don't care, too often robs you of purpose. Don't fake detachment, build clarity. People respect those who care with intention, not those who pretend they're above everything. 7. That's impossible. The dream killer. Whenever someone around Luke dreamed big, he'd say, that's impossible. He thought he was being realistic, but he was projecting his fear. That phrase didn't just kill ideas, it killed momentum. Over time, people stopped sharing visions with him. Luke realized, impossible isn't fact, it's mindset. The things we call impossible are often just things we've never tried. He flipped his language, started asking, what would make it possible? And doors opened. Impossible is a limitation created by doubt. Replace it with curiosity and strategy. Speak life into ideas, not fear. The world respects those who try, not those who shut down hope. 8. Nobody understands me. The isolation trap. Sean often complained, nobody understands me. It made him feel alone, and soon he actually was. That phrase created a mental prison, blocking connection and growth. Truth is, everyone struggles to be understood, but repeating that line closes hearts instead of opening them. People aren't mind readers. You have to communicate to be known. When Sean stopped repeating that belief and started expressing himself with clarity and vulnerability, things changed. He felt seen, heard, supported. Stop using nobody understands me as a shield. Be honest, not helpless. You don't find connection by high. 9. I deserve better without the work. Alex said, I deserve better every time things didn't go his way. A breakup, a job loss, a failure, he clung to that phrase. But deserving something isn't the same as earning it. That phrase gave him a false sense of superiority. When he realized results don't come from entitlement, but effort, his life shifted. I'll become better replaced, I deserve better. And suddenly, he was back in control. Respect is never handed out. It's earned through choices, not complaints. Drop the entitlement. If you want more, become more. No one owes you respect. You build it daily. 10. Your words shape your worth. In the end, what you say becomes what you believe. Weak phrases aren't just sounds. They're signals. Signals of mindset, identity, and value. Men who repeat these lines over time slowly destroy their own confidence, relationships, and potential. But it's not too late to change. Replace doubt with intent, blame with ownership, and ego with honesty. Speak like someone who respects himself, and others will follow. Never underestimate the power of your language. If you want to be taken seriously, start with your words. What you say is who you become. Speak like it matters, because it does. The last words. Your words are more than noise. They reflect your mindset, your values, and your self-respect. The 7 phrases we cover might seem harmless, but over time, they shape how the world sees you and how you see yourself. If you want to elevate your presence, attract better people, and build a stronger identity, it starts with awareness. Speak like someone who leads, not someone who hides. Drop the weakness. Drop the excuses. Speak with clarity, strength, and purpose, and watch how everything begins to change.